Well, kia ora guys, and welcome to the Tiki Edu 6 o'clock news show. We're just here with our one and only camp mother, Libby Agnew. Pretty much Libby's been an 8-year veteran, in and out in some areas, but mainly Libby's job has been in basically preparing for this ride and organising a lot of stuff with the politicians, I'd say anyway. So, Libby, can you just introduce yourself and tell us what type of bike you're riding on this ride?
Hi, I'm Libby, and I ride a Moto Guzzi Californian. It actually belongs to my husband, but I liked it too much, booted him off it quite a few years ago, and did some creative accounting and bought him the bike that he thought he wanted so that I could have the Guzzi. Turned out it wasn't the bike of his dream, so and he sold it and bought a Harley, and he rides the Harley and I ride the Guzzi, and we're both pretty happy with what we've got. Yeah.
Cool. Before I actually talk about the campaign and the ride itself, Lib, there's one thing I guess that a lot of people don't actually get to see is what are some of the struggles and the impacts that you have around organising this whole dynamic for each ride every year before it begins. The preparation, at least, anyway.
Well, we start actually quite early in the year. It's like April, May, and Colin decides on where we're going to go, which towns we're going to call in. And for me, I need to know that as soon as possible, and to have an idea of how many people are going to be on the ride so that I can book accommodation, because it's not always so easy down here to find accommodation for large groups that are within our budget. Last year when we had nearly 30 people, it was an expensive exercise.
What about, has it been a financial struggle around the money given from the campaign organisers? How do we sort of get through a lot of stuff that we do? Because I know some of the accommodation sometimes, normally for individuals, would be at least $70, $80 per night per person.
Well, each year the trust gives us X amount of dollars. It doesn't matter if we have 10 riders, we get that much money. If we've got 30 riders, we get the same amount of money. So, and it's kind of budgeted for, they allow for about $25 per person per night, which if you can get accommodation for that much, that's warm, clean, warm and dry, you better tell me about it real quick. It is, you've got to be very careful.
Yeah. Look, what actually made you do this ride?
No, Colin got involved quite early on with when the Super Maori fellas came down. He rode with them for a while, and he did it on his own up north for 2 years, and then started on the South Island one. And he kept saying to me, "Why don't you come? Why don't you come?" And I said, "Well, what's the point? You know, I come from a non-violent family, smart enough, lucky enough to marry into a non-violent family, and a bit like he says, I haven't got a story." But then with the work that I do at the school, residentially with special needs kids, and over the years, the girls that have attended, most of them come from really, really good families, loving families, but too many, way too many, came from dysfunctional families, violent families, foster kids, SIFS kids, and some of these stories, they're horrible.
Yeah. Now the messages that we've had over the last few years, and particularly now we're talking about respectful relationships, do you think they've impacted the communities that we've gone into?
I think we're reaping the benefit now of the seeds we sowed 6-8 years ago.
Yeah. People
know more about White Ribbon now than they ever did before, and people are aware of it, people are more supportive of it. Yep, I think so. I think it's been a slow process to build up the steam, but I think it's going to grow from here on. Yeah.
So where do you, and leading into that question, then, where do you see the White Ribbon Ride, say, in the next 5 to 10 years, if it goes that long?
I don't know, because we just really think 1 year ahead.
Yeah.
I really don't know, Edu.
Oh, that's cool.
I'd like to think that it would carry on. I'd like to think it would keep evolving. I'd like to think that more people, new people. This year it's been great. There's been some new people, and everybody, they bring something. They bring a new energy.
Yeah.
If you have the same people doing the same things, saying the same things, it just becomes ho hum. Yeah. No. Not you guys. But these new guys that have come along have been, it's been really good.
Last but not least, Lib, the ride itself, the camaraderie from all the guys that we talk about that we meet, how has it really been for you?
This ride?
Oh, all the rides.
All over?
Yeah.
Fantastic, yeah. But this ride in particular, I've been the only woman for the most part, and it hasn't felt like that. I haven't felt like I've been any different to anybody else.
Yeah.
I've really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed the whole group. The whole group. I've loved it. I've loved the feeling of White Ribbon whānau.
Awesome.
That's what it's been like this year, for real. Everybody's here for the right reasons. Everybody's been involved. Everybody's been passionate and proactive, and wow, brilliant. Love it.
Well, I just want to personally thank you for your contribution to help organising this whole ride, Lib, and for being our camp mother and our for organising us. I'll make sure those two Northland fellas up the North Island, I'll talk to them and make sure that they pay their fees early for next year.
Yep. Yep.
But thank you for everything that you've done, and just want to acknowledge your time and contribution to this whole campaign and whole ride. Thank you very much.
No, it's wonderful. It's brilliant. Love you.
Awesome.